All right, so we're here again in our Trapeza, Matushka and I, wishing that all of you could join us as well. But we wanted to give some further reflection in what we're calling Trapeza Tidbits, Trapeza Talks, on some of the thoughts that we shared today in this morning's homily from John chapter 3 about John the Baptist and his disciples who were baptizing in the River Jordan, where Jesus had been baptized by John earlier, and they discovered that Jesus was in the neighborhood with some of his disciples. And John's disciples were had territorial anxiety, perhaps, and said to John the Baptist, you know that the one that you baptized the other day, he's actually become very popular, and everybody's going to him, everybody wants to be baptized by him. What do you think about that? And this was an opportunity for John the Baptist to share with his disciples what our purpose of life is, what our raison d'etre is. And that is not to be individuals in pursuit of what we can do in this life, in pursuit of the niche that we can carve out for ourselves, in pursuit of the legacy that we can leave behind for others to remember us by. Instead, our raison d'etre, our purpose in life, is to be a servant of God. The reason John did what he did was because he was a servant of God, called by God to announce the way of the Lord, to prepare the way of the Lord. That's why he did what he did. He says a man can receive from God only what he has received. And so the question is not what we do with what we haven't received, but what we do with what we have received. And John the Baptist made it clear that for the true child of God, for the true person made in the image of God, our goal is to become less and less us and more God. That he might increase, he says, and that I might ever decrease. And John, true to his words, was obedient to Christ even unto death, giving his life at the hands of Herod and the jealous Herodias, against whose relationship he spoke. And this, I think, strikes very much at the heart of our society that we live in today, especially here in America. We live in the West in a society of individual accomplishment. And there's incredible pressure on our young people to achieve even from a very early age in the school, on the athletic field, in the music arena. And so we tend to identify ourselves by what we do, by what we accomplish. Well, I'm a guitar player, or I'm a hockey player, or I am going to go to Harvard or Yale. I'm a scholar. This is an individual competitive way of looking at things. And this is how John the Baptist's disciples were looking at things. They were thinking that Jesus is providing too much competition for John the Baptist. But the church presents a totally different view of who we are as human beings. The church focuses on the person. It's not so much what we do, but who we are in Christ Jesus. And to be faithful as servants of God in that small corner of the vineyard that he has given to us to be faithful in. And so this is a wonderful opportunity, a wonderful chance for all of us to have the pressure on our shoulders to excel, to achieve, to accomplish, to earn so much money, to have so many cars, to live in such and such a house, and simply to become servants of God who have only done our duty. Amen.